Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got...
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Look. Squeeze. Hey. Hey. Go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's 2nd and 8. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 37. Mike, check. 59.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Madden nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Madden into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
On the ready.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready up.
Mike, 58. 58's the mic. I want that.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 10-2 start.
Coming for you.
Chance. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, orbit. General West.
Mike, 58. Right
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Switch.
Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. If you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here I come.
Watch the edge.
Go.
Here's Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's what I do.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
7.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
To throw on 3rd down. Madden. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Tate. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Don't get nervous.
58, go.
Jones now operating from the gun. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Defense wins championships, baby.
58, right over.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 50, check 50.
Buzz. Big River.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike, I'm going to come back to you.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
21 yards. 1st down, Giants.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 yards.
In the face.
Go, go.
58, right over there, right
Five.
over there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Here we go. 58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike. Time to go, night.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Go, go. What? Hey, Sam off. Yo, 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 go, go. Go.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And some room to... The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
SOS.
You're out.
SOS.
Yes, yes.
Check the backer. 58's the mic.
Ready, shoot.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check nickel. Check 3.
Fan. Hey. Say go.
Now Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Come on, set. 18. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Madden, he's going to rifle one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
I'm coming.
Mike.
Ready?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get this.
5.
To throw again. Madden. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 19 yards away. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14, Panthers 7. Greg
Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending of the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Exit.
Hey, zoom.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, wahoo. We down.
On 2nd and 7, Jones airing it out for Hamilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jones on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
15, Lonnie.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss out to Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Shoot!
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Let's go, baby.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a
Throwing Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wide.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. No, off. Hatch it.
Now.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Who that? Who that?
Bravo.
Check the hot read.
80 weapons.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tight dog.
Shim.
Hey, orbit.
On 4th down, Jones. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
10-2 saw.
Light 54. Hey.
Hustle.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman, 27 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
Look at me. Zipper.
Safe. Big edge.
Big rip.
Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
15 line.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3.
To throw on second down. Madden nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Ready, break.
58, the mic.
From the gun, Madden, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. B.J. Hill, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, high 7.
58's the mic.
Now.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Get your swerve on. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Back to throw. Madden. Open man is Samuel, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Nice hit, boy. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Off the field, G. 58, right over there.
Hey.
Mike, 58, right there. All day, every day, any day. Hey, 58,
Right.
Go 58.
Now.
On third down, Madden
They still playing soccer.
completes it to Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I got you, boy.
Hey, lock it.
Check 9.
Go.
Here we go. Motion. 58.
Let's go.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Yep.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
58, right over.
Buzz.
58, right there.
Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The open man is Westbrook. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Go.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Set, go.
Mike, 58. 58 is Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood. Ready.
On first down, Madden eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to find another down.
Back to throw now, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, seam 6. Yo, go.
Watch the out. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, watch the screen.
Here we go.
Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun, Madden. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Out. Greystone travel. Hey, Charlie.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go.
Watch that.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Flare.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rosa's kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, they're scared.
Second and 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Go 6. 10 Lobo.
58, right there.
Squeeze, double. Big grip.
They'll run it again with Barkley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 4 down. 58's the mic, 58's the mic. Watch the run.
Hey, wahoo!
58's the mic. Bandit. 58.
Ready.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Come on,
the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Madden, throw left side, complete to Moss. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw. Madden. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Looking to throw. Madden. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in there.
Hey, exit.
Hey, watch that.
Throwing again. Madden. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got it.
You better be ready next time.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think